US imesema that inaweza hitaji soldiers on the ground uko Iran. Na kama ulikuwa unahitaji another reason kuona that they are at disadvantage kwa hii period yenye tuko in war, ndio hii sign yako. When Trump and the USA wali take out the Ayatollah on the first day, walidhani that either the government ya Iran ita collapse ama wangetaka ceasefire because now their top leadership, because all their top leadership 49 of them walikuwa taken out, but Iran imewashock. Wamesema hawataki ceasefire because I hear that USA was already looking for a ceasefire because wow, calculation yao walikuwa wamefanya that wakisha take out their heads then itakuwa easier for them to negotiate, but Iran wamekata, na actually watu wameenda kwa streets wakichant vile wanachantingi America ikufe. You guys siwezi tumia your word hapa on TikTok because of restrictions, but wamekuwa wakichant hivyo na wamekuwa wakivow that they will never be humiliated, they will never surrender, heri wakufe wakifight. So now their plan, original plan, imesha backfire. Now come back to the disadvantages zenye wako nazo hapa. If wanaweza peleka soldiers wa Iran, Iran is not like Afghanistan, Iran is not like Iraq. Iran, majority of its parts ni mountains, and I mean mountains. The reason why wanashindwa kuattack their nuclear weapons ama penye wanaweza kuwa wamestore their missiles ni juu wamezistore uko kwa mountains. Okay, so now kwa mountain you can't even see through, you can't even see kitu unaweza like pinpoint ziko pale because it's a mountain, ni mountains mingi at once. Then they didn't factor in that huyu Ayatollah, he's not just a supreme leader, pia he's a religious leader mwenye akona watu wake. Now in those parts kuna kwa na different tribes. Now one of the tribes inaitwa Shia tribe ama Shia community. Our Muslims, wao wana believe the Ayatollah is like their pope. So when he was taken out, a lot of Shia communities in the Middle East walianza kurevolt. Kama wenye wako Bahrain. Bahrain ni part of the Middle Eastern countries zenye number one, they were hosting the biggest naval base in Middle East. And also their government was in cahoots ama walikuwa wanasupportiana na USA. Now when the Ayatollah alikuwa killed, ili explode, watu huko wali explode, walianza kuriot because the government number one imeallow that the USA wanaweza kuja build na navy bases zao, na actually Iran ilisha attack Bahrain. So now currently kumekuwa na a lot of riots huko, wanataka ku overthrow government yao. At the same time kukuja sasa Iran, what they got even more radicalized. Now coming back to what Iran has been doing directly to the USA, imekuwa ikihit all their bases, whether ni air base ama ni whatever bases zenye zote ziko huko Middle East. The same time ikafunga Strait of Hormuz. Hii Strait of Hormuz at the long run ita affect economy ya USA heavily. They didn't factor that in, na pia hawaku factor in the fact that iwo inaweza for long. Na Iran walisema they make too many missiles. They make over 500 missiles. US ina make three interjecting missiles, 3 interjecting missiles per month. Iran ikitengeneza over 500 missiles. So walisha sema that in case he war go long term, hawata manage ku defend. At the same time, Iran ilisha go through the Iron Dome ya ile country ya blue na white. So now your country, they were protected by that Iron Dome, but now wako very vulnerable na wamekuwa targeted heavily. Nyinyi wenye muone hizi news, wejueni amtaki zionekane. Juu kuna reporter wa CNN alishikwa uko in Tel Aviv kwa sababu alipost videos za vile Tel Aviv inakaa after Iran imeattack, and it looks really bad. Inakaa like Iran iliangusha so many missiles at once, ili flatten over 30 kilometers.